tomorrow in the advanced student room at lunchtime. Just remember, you have to be 15 years or older to audition. Our 1998 National Finals is being held in Orlando, Florida, July 4th through the 10th. 3 full days of competition takes place before our opening of the Dance Olympus workshop. All competition and workshop will take place at the Buena Vista Palace. I'd also like to remind everyone of our workshop tomorrow. Registration is at 7:15, and the classes begin at 8:15 with a wake-up call in the student room. And I'd also like to mention that the teachers' classes will be held across the hall in this building in the Frontenac room, and the student and advanced student room will be held across the street in the Clayton Ballroom. I think it's the Clayton Ballroom. Also, registration and our exhibitors will be over in the Clayton Ballroom also. There's a group of people directly responsible for the fantastic performances we saw here today. It is their love, patience, and understanding creativity that nurtures the talent of all the young people that are here on stage. It is with great pleasure that I introduce your teachers. Teachers, if you'll come up, please. We salute all of you as winners for having been with us today. Our intermediate duo tap category, we have a second place for Topsy Turvy. Our intermediate small group jazz category, a first place goes to I Can't Sing Alone. Primary solo lyrical, we have a first place for Thank God. Primary solo tap, the third place goes to Tossing and Turning. Senior duo trio ballet, a first place goes to in our senior solo ballet category, a second place goes to Mystere. Our senior duo trio lyrical category, a second place goes to In His Eyes, Burnett Hanson. And first place goes to Bridge Over Troubled Water. In our primary solo jazz category, the third place goes to Go Away, Joe Knows What I Think category. Second place goes to Turn the Beat Around, Joe Knows What I Think category. And first place goes to Let There Be Love. Senior line ballet, the first place goes to primary duo trio jazz, the first place goes to intermediate duo trio jazz, first place goes to Love Fool. Intermediate duo trio lyrical, a second place goes to When Will I See You Again from Lucille Rapp Dance Studio. First place goes to Count on Me. Senior solo modern, the first place goes to jazz, first place goes to Sweet Rose. Intermediate solo lyrical, first place goes to Whatever You Imagine. Intermediate solo open, the first place goes to Sam, You Made the Pants Too Long. Intermediate solo ballet, second place goes to Total Eclipse of the Heart, Suzanne LaTour School of Dance, first place goes to The Moment, Joe. Senior production lyrical, the first place goes to Living. Junior large group jazz, first place goes to intermediate large group tap, the first place goes to River. Intermediate small group tap, first place goes to intermediate solo jazz, the third place goes to You Need Me, Lucille Rapp Dance Studio, Izzy Hari is the teacher. Second place goes to Theme from Pink Panther, so Suzanne LaTour Studio Dance. First place goes to Bad. Senior solo jazz, the first place goes to senior solo tap, the first place goes to Shout and primary large group tap, the second place goes to A Star Is Born. Intermediate goes to A Friend in Me. Junior Duo Trio Jazz. A second place goes to Wild One, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. First place goes to I Give You My Heart, JoKnow's Wild Oak. Our intermediate large group modern category was moved to the lyrical. And so our intermediate large group lyrical, we have a third place goes to Gotham City from Val's All-Star Dancers. Valerie Worthington is the teacher. A second place goes to Leopard River Club, Burnett Hampson. Senior solo lyrical, third place goes to Once Upon a Dream, Burnett Dance Center, Kathleen. One point separated first and second place. Second place goes to Back on My Feet Again, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. And third place goes to Romeo and Juliet, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. In our junior solo lyrical category, first place goes to Castle in the Clouds. Junior solo tap. Second place goes to Get Happy, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. Junior solo jazz. A third place goes to Why Haven't I Heard From You, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. The second place goes to Space Jam, JoKnow's Wild Oak Dance Academy. Senior large group open. The first place goes to ER. In intermediate production lyrical, first place goes to Greg Black. And now for our special awards. First of all, our Spirit Award goes to Burnett Dancing. Best costume goes to entry number 1, Topsy Turvy. Best presentation goes to entry number 3, Thank God for Kids. Best emotional execution goes to entry number 8, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Best technical execution goes to entry number 23, The Moment. Best choreography goes to, the judges felt like this went to one school, Burnett's Dance Center. Winner of the day, I'd like to introduce to you the semifinalists for the Dance Olympus Dancer of the Year finalist. Today's top 5 high-scoring male and female soloists automatically qualify as semifinalists in the Dance Olympus Dancer of the Year contest. These semifinalists will compete with all other semifinalists in Orlando for the titles. Last year, this competition was a highlight of the national finals, and we anticipate another spectacular event. These are in no particular order. First, we have Stacia Baker from Government Private Dance Academy. Ashley Burnett. Lauren Dameron. Kenny No. And Andrea Baldwin. And now for our high score of the day, with a total score of 276 points, goes to entry number 50, Grapes of Wrath. To pick up their packets over at the auditor's table, and we'll see everyone in class tomorrow.
Oh dear. That's fine. Got a close up.